Okay. Okay. Well, welcome to yoga, everyone. This is gentle yoga. We do everything in our chairs. So, if you're at home, just pull up your sturdy chair where you can see and hear me, and we'll get started. So, we're just going to begin relaxed into our chairs and really just taking a minute to settle in and separate this time from the time that has come before and the time right after so we can really pay attention to our bodies and really our whole selves. This will benefit in every way. Now just do a little scan of your body, head to toe. Do you have any places where you're feeling pain, where you're holding stress or tension? Notice your breathing. Does it feel smooth or forced, relaxed or stressful? And then just take a moment to acknowledge whatever you might have on your mind today. Give it some space. And then you get to decide if that's something you can think about while we do this or if it's something you need to set aside while we do this. Just give your brain a break. Now we're going to change our breath and start to deepen the breath. And most of you in the room have done this for a long time, so you kind of automatically start to do that. But now we'll make sure we're doing it on purpose. And if you're new at home, you'll know. Now we deepen the breath. So you may have to sit up a little bit straighter so you can get breath way down in your belly. We're going to inhale through the nose. Maybe put your hand here so you can feel your belly expand. And then we're going to exhale slowly. And then repeat that at your own pace. So deep breaths in through your nose if possible. And then exhaling through your nose for 4 to 5 counts. If you can't exhale enough air out through your nose, you can blow out through your lips as if you're blowing out a candle. Like make a wish and blow out your candles. Now we're going to get ready to move into our stretching and strengthening. So remember your deep breath. And we're going to first check our posture. But another thing to remember is no pain and no strain. So if anything we do feels painful or uncomfortable to you, you can return to this breath, just sit and breathe, or do any kind of motion that you know feels okay to you. So let's pull our shoulders up toward our ears, and then we're going to let the shoulder blades come down the back. And then we'll kind of just readjust the spine a little bit so that we're not pushing too far forward, but keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Ears are stacked over shoulders, shoulders are stacked over hips, and feet are about hip distance apart on the floor. Let's start by warming up our sides today. So both of your sits bones stay on your chair, and you're just gently swaying from side to side, airplane. So pretend, you know how little kids will pretend like they're in airplanes sometimes, flying all around. Remember to keep breathing. And then we'll stop with one arm up, either arm. Stretch up really tall and then stretch down with the other arm. And then you're going to lean over toward that arm that's pointing down. You can look down at the floor, you can look at me, or you can look up under your elbow. Wherever feels the best to your neck. And just breathe. And then we'll inhale up. Exhale down. Bless you. And then stretch really tall. Can I get you a tissue? We're going to lean the other way. Stretch out that other side. That just could happen anytime. You're welcome. I don't think we're cold. I think you were fine. I just jumped just in case. All right, so we're down. Now we're going to inhale up. Exhale down. To prayer. Then we'll inhale and exhale as we twist, just a gentle prayer twist. Move back to facing forward and then inhale and exhale to twist it to the other side. Face forward again. Now we're just going to scoop up. Inhale up. Turn the palms to the back of the room and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll do that again. One more time. Good. Now let's open up here about chest level. Inhale. And then exhale to close in front like you're hugging a beach ball. And open up. This time we'll do a hug. Exhale. And then open up on the inhale. And then hug with the other arm on top on the exhale. And then just repeat that each way. One arm on top. And then the other arm on top. Good. Now we're going to extend the arms out. Let's start with the palms down. We'll do some small circles. And then we'll flip the palms over, palms up, circle in the opposite direction. we're going to touch the shoulders and do some big circles with the end arms. And reverse. Good. Now let's just bring our arms down. And we're going to press the elbows in toward the body. So that will let you feel a little stretch through here. Just inhale and exhale. And then we're going to squeeze the hands, squeeze the feet, and start to squeeze all the muscles up through your chest. So think of just kind of moving from the floor up and squeezing everything. And you're even going to squeeze your buns like you're lifting off your chair. So let's open up and we'll start that. We're going to inhale, squeeze everything, exhale to release, and then repeat. Good. Now let's circle our shoulders. And reverse. And then just pull your shoulders up towards your ears. Just kind of like you're scrunching them up a few times. And then we'll move to the neck. You can just place your hands lightly in your lap and we'll start with just nodding yes. Remember to keep breathing and let your face be nice and soft. And then we'll say no. Now chin to chest. And just stay here a moment and really feel a good stretch in the back of your neck. And then we'll move the chin along the collarbone and look over the shoulder. And then move the chin back down to the center of the chest. And repeat the same thing on the other side. And then move on an inhale or an exhale to bring your chin back down. Now raise your head up and face me, and we'll let the ear come to the shoulder on the same side. Now you may extend your arm that you're leaning away from and feel an extra good stretch there. Remember to keep breathing. You might put some weight here, you might massage here, just things that you can choose to do if that is helpful to you. And then we'll release and do the same thing on the other side. And release. Very nice. Let's circle the head a few times too. Just gentle circles. And then reverse. Good. Now we're going to rest the elbows against the body and we'll work on our hands. So the first thing we'll do is claw. We did that before, but we're going to inhale, squeeze the hands, squeeze the feet too if you like. And then exhale to release. Repeat that. Now touch the thumb to every finger. Circle the wrists. And reverse. Now let one palm face me. Pull the fingertips back. And then flip the palm over. Press down or pull down on the fingertips. Press down on the top of the hand, whatever is easiest for you there. We'll shake that out. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just pulling the fingertips back. That's a really nice stretch for your wrist, for your forearm too. And then flip it over. And then shake that out. Now we're going to go right into conductor and weight machine. So we'll start out with weight machine, open up to cactus arms, goalpost arms. There's a few different names for it. And I'm not squeezing my fist, I'm just putting them together lightly. Inhale, and then exhale to squeeze in front. We'll do conductor. Opening up big. You might feel your neck loosen up a little bit more when you do this one. Good. And you can just put your hands down in your lap or hold your chair and scoot forward. We're going to move to the lower body for a while. We'll start out jogging. Good. We're getting nice and warm. And then let's just go right into our jumping jacks. So you can choose to do one side at a time or jump right in. Do it all. Very nice. Take a couple deep breaths. And then we'll start with some leg lifts. So extend your leg, flexing the foot. The knee is at least slightly bent, but you can bend your leg if you want and do it this way. Or you can keep your leg more straight. We're just going to lift and lower about 10 to 12 times. And now switch legs. Good. And then we'll do hinge and cross or sit-ups, we'll call them. So I'm going to bring elbow to knee and lift the knee. You can adapt to that. You don't have to lift your knee, or you can just go forward if that twisting motion isn't good for your back. Okay, so I'll do about 10 on one side. You can follow me, or you can choose any of those other options. Now I'm going to switch. You can stick that under your chair, Billy. I'll get it later. Good. Now if your side's kind of tightened up, you can loosen that back out. And then we're going to go into our warriors. So we'll turn and face over one side of the chair. We're going to extend the leg behind that's closer to me. Knee is bent, toe is down, heel is up. Want to inhale up, exhale down into tricep dips. And then next time your arms are up overhead in Warrior One, we're going to windmill the arms down to Warrior Two. So you can see I kind of shifted in my chair. So my torso's more facing you. You can straighten the back leg if that feels okay to you, or you can just leave it. You can extend your arms at shoulder height, really reaching from wall to wall, and look out over your fingertips. This is Warrior Two. Remember to keep breathing. Now we'll flip the front palm, tip back, peaceful warrior. And then back down to Warrior Two. Then we'll straight on through and get ready for side angle stretch. So the palm is facing up with the forearm just resting on your upper leg, look behind you. And you're going to bring that arm down and then back up so that you're reaching toward the corner between the wall and the ceiling. And then we'll move back out of that the same way that we came in, back up to Warrior Two. And now come to face me in horse pose. Knees apart, fingertips are just kind of pointing down there on your inner thighs. We're going to bring one shoulder inside the space between the knees and look over the other shoulder. And then we'll raise up and do the same thing on the other side. Remembering to breathe. And now once you've done that first set and get a feel for it, we're going to repeat. Now you can repeat it quickly back and forth, or you can do it very slowly. You get to decide. And we'll do that for a little bit and then we'll switch to the other side. This one stretches lots of things. Okay, so whenever you're ready, you can turn to the other side and we'll do our other set of warriors. So extending the leg back, just closer to me. Tailbone points toward the floor. Engage your core. Inhale up. Exhale down into tricep dips. Okay, arms right overhead. We're going to windmill down to that warrior two again. Look out over your fingertips. Arms are about shoulder height, nice and strong. Ribs are stacked over hips. Now we'll flip the front palm so it's facing up and then tip back for peaceful warrior. And then down, warrior two. And then forearm above the knee. Look behind you. Bring the fingertips down across the floor and then up toward the top of the wall. Nice long stretch. And then move with your breath to come down out of that the same way you came into it. Back up to warrior two. Very nice. Let's go back to our leg lifts. And switch legs. And then hands gently behind your head. So we have this option, or we have the twisting option. So hinge and cross if you're twisting. Twisting within limits. Make sure it isn't painful in any way. And now switch sides. Good. And if you need to loosen up your sides, you can do that. Now we're going to scoot back into our chairs. And we'll bring the legs up. First, we're going to tense all the muscles like we did before in mountain pose. So just beside your face and your neck, you're going to squeeze everything on an inhale and then release on an exhale. Then we'll come back up. We're going to point the toes and scissors. Then we'll bend the knees just for a little break. And then come back up. Let's point and flex. And then circle. shoulders. And we'll bend our knees and put the feet back on the floor. So let's move out again. I'm gonna skip another round of hinge and cross this time and just go to the leg lifts and the stretches. So just extend one leg and we'll do our leg lifts. Now let your heel rest and foot stays flexed and knee stays soft. We're going to inhale and sit nice and straight, and then exhale just to hinge out from the hips. Feel the stretch down the back of your leg. Take some good deep breaths. And then when you're ready, you can slowly come back up. Hug your knee in. We're stretching the quadriceps for one thing here, but you can also maybe kind of massage your glute by just rocking around. You might work on your ankle a bit more, which also works your calf. And when you're ready, you can cross your legs. You can cross down low toward the ankles or higher above the knee. You want to keep this foot flexed. And now you're going to be feeling a stretch in the leg that you're crossing over. If you want to have a deeper stretch, you can hinge out like we did before. And when you're ready, you can slowly come back up. Place that foot on the floor. Extend the other leg, and we'll repeat that whole series, just lifting and lowering. And then let the heel rest. Knee stay soft. Inhale, and then exhale to hinge and stretch. Take some deep breaths. And when you're ready, slowly come back up. We're going to hug the knee in and make whatever kind of movements you want to make there. And then we'll cross over. Oh, yeah, you can do that. They want to cross over. Feel the stretch. If you need more of a stretch, you can hinge. This one may feel different than the other one, and that's normal. We'll slowly come back up. Place the foot back on the floor. We're heading into the home stretch here. Let's do our eagle arms and twist. We'll start here. We're going to inhale, exhale to twist. Looking behind you, stretching your eye muscles. And then moving with the breath to come back around, crossing over in the elbows. Touch the backs of the hands together or wind up a little more into eagle arms. Now we're going to inhale and lift up. Exhale and curve down into your lap. Release your bind. And you can breathe here. And on your next inhale, you're going to sweep the arms up. Turn the palms to the back of the room. And then exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, I was about to turn around for warriors. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Inhale. Exhale. Twins. I don't have Doris here to keep me on track, do I? And then we'll come back. I'm glad somebody else's gets mixed up. And then we'll cross over, bend the elbows, make your bind, either touch or bind up more. Take deep breaths. Then we'll inhale up and exhale. And we'll release. And when you're ready, inhale up and exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if there's any kind of movement you want to make before we start do our sunshine pose and get quiet again, go ahead, make any kind of movement you want to make. And then when you're ready, we'll bring the knees apart, cut the hands in front. We're going to lean forward, but keep our head up. And then inhale up, exhale, and then scoot back into your chair. Start to slow down your breathing. Soften the place between your eyebrows. Take the tongue off the roof of your mouth and really let your jaw relax. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears, letting your arms become heavy and your hands become warm and soft. Letting your hips and back relax into your chair. Just enjoy this piece a little bit longer before we return to the world. And when you're ready, start to reawaken your body. Start with small movements, fingers and toes, then arms and legs, and torso. Then we're going to reach really tall. Inhale, exhale down into a big bear hug for yourself, where you will say something kind. Say something you know you need to hear today. And when you're ready to release, you can just give a final squeeze and release your arms. Stay. Stay, friends. See you next week. Same time, same place. I think about that sometimes. Yeah. It's a good skill to have. Yeah. She loves to go fast.